Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ideal Life Accelerator. I am Justin Wink here to help you have your ideal life now. No need to wait, no need to make it complicated. So, we'll give some people a few minutes to sign up, show up. Uh, so the way this is going to work is we're going to do about 15 minutes of, I'm going to share some transformational nuggets, some wisdom. And then after that, those that have already, signed up ahead of time for the coveted one-on-one hot seats with me. I'm going to close off this public live stream, and we're just going to do some one-on-one coaching. And so if you would like that, then check out in the comments here of the live stream. It's justinwink.com/ideallifex for accelerator, because I have a hard time spelling accelerator without a spell check. So maybe let's talk a little bit about, expectations for transformation. Sometimes we think that it's got to be something huge, something instant, something big, where really true transformation is often little bits done consistently, day in, day out, that do yield results. Anybody that's knows finance, loans, things like that, knows the power of compounding interest that can be your best friend, or a lot of businesses are finding out it can also be your worst enemy, as the interest rates have been going up and it's going against them. But for you, we want to make sure that that compounding interest of life is going in your favor, uh, and that you're getting more and more of what you want out of life instead of less and less. Because how many out there have been probably experiencing, like, things seem to be getting more challenging, things are getting more expensive, it seems like there's more pressure at work, or just working on relationships is more and more challenging. We want less of that and more. And so if you've read my book, Engineered to Love: Going Beyond Success to Fulfillment, you're going to want more joy, ease, and love, and you can actually be even more successful when you let that be your motivation. Um, and so I like to think of transformation as being a little bit. Anybody ever watch a show called Pee-wee's Playhouse? I think that was in the late '80s or early '90s. So I was watching that as a kid, and I think it's gotten a little bit repopularized. I know I recently was in Las Vegas and I saw Katy Perry perform her live Vegas show, and she says that she was inspired by Pee-wee's Playhouse and the creation of her stage show, where she has all sorts of objects kind of come to life. There's even a giant toilet, there's a giant bed, all sorts of these cool things. But one of the things Pee-wee would do, I don't know if he would do it every week, but often enough, he would roll out a tinfoil ball, and he'd go, "Oh, I got some tinfoil. Let's put it on the ball." And earlier on in the season, a little ball, and he puts a little piece on. But then by the end of the season or whatever, it's literally the size of Pee-wee. It's as tall as he is, because just every little piece he was putting on. And a lot of life and making it your ideal life can be just as simple as that. It's just like taking a little bit here and there and just putting it on, putting it on, putting it on. It doesn't have to be like one big, giant, horrendous, horrible thing. It's just that little thing on top, on top, on top. And one of the things I really want to share today as we get going, this is going to be the big nugget for this week. And remember to like, subscribe, so that you don't miss future of these live streams. So it's Justin Wink Ph.D. on YouTube, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And you can also find me on Instagram as well. And do remember, so if you do want to get the opportunity to have one-on-one hot seat coaching with me, which is going to be happening here in just 10 minutes, we're going to shut off this live stream, and it's going to be going to those that have signed up ahead of time. And so if you want one of those spots, and there's only 5 of those that I offer each week, you're going to want to go to justinwink.com/ideallifex for Ideal Life Accelerator. And so when I was in Vegas, I already kind of knew this, but it became very apparent of what is the most valuable thing each and every one of us have. Does anybody here have any idea of what is the most valuable thing that you have in your entire life? If you want to guess, put it in the comment or the chat. Let me know. The most valuable thing that I have is what? What is it? Let's see. Got somebody, yourself. It's related to you. Yes. A lot of times, we think that, oh, money's valuable, or skills, or health, right? People think like health is like the most important thing. And I'm not saying those things aren't valuable, they're not important, but the most valuable thing that you have, and every company knows this. They know this, and they're doing everything they can to exploit this nonstop, day in, day out. Whatever platform you're using, they know this is the most valuable thing that you have. When I was in Vegas, every casino, every show, every billboard knew about this. Um, and it became very clear because that some of you probably seen that new Sphere, the U2's playing in it, but basically it's a giant arena, but the outside it can become anything. It can become a sun, it can become the moon, it can be a smiley face, it can show whales swimming around. And so where I was staying in Las Vegas, because I was there for a friend's wedding, and I find myself, it's late at night, and I'm looking down at this thing, and it goes from looking like the moon to an ad for U2, the U2 concert inside. And that's when it re-solidified the most valuable thing we have is our attention. And Las Vegas is built around stealing our attention, trying to get us to focus on whatever somebody else wants us to focus on. So that whole giant thing of both beauty, magic, wonder, it's constructed to get your attention, because I found myself staring at this YouTube ad for a ridiculously long amount of time. Like I think it must have been at least 90 seconds. Now, who's ever stared at a boring commercial for even more than 5 seconds lately, right? It's like you go to YouTube and it's like it's like, can I skip this thing, right? But because this thing is such a wonder, so magical, that I'm like, what is going to happen next? Like I was even walking down the strip, and there's a section of an overpass where people can see it, and people just literally stop in the middle of the walkway and are blocking it just to stare at this thing, because this thing was designed, created to steal our attention. And this goes down to the other things that you might, be like curious about, like health, right? If your attention, if you can use your attention towards things that improve your health, wouldn't you be healthier? If you could use your attention towards things that bring in you more money, as opposed to allowing other people to get you to spend your money on things that you probably don't need, you don't want, they don't add satisfaction. Not to say don't spend money. It's about, are you spending money consciously on the things that bring you joy, bring you value, bring you connection? And that's why our attention is so valuable. And so start to notice, where is your attention going throughout the day? Is it going towards what somebody else wants you to pay attention on? Or is it going towards something that it doesn't actually bring you joy, ease, and love? It just brings you, misery and heartache. And you might be wondering, okay, great. Maybe you're with me that the attention is important. It's powerful. Now, how do you actually improve your ability to use your attention for what matters to you? And this is it's one of those that it's so simple. In fact, most of life is simple. Doesn't Simple does not necessarily mean easy. So it really is just practicing with noticing when you've lost your attention, and then bring it back to somewhere. And so one of the things that I found to be the most easiest, simple, joyful way to do this, and you can start with as little as 2 minutes, or shoot, even 4 rounds is going to be good enough. It's, there's tons of practices, but this one, I find it just works on so many levels. It's the I love myself practice. And actually, I like to use the term enjoyments later, because practice still sounds like work. Because did any of you, used to play sports, or maybe still play sports? When I was in Vegas, I met a bunch of adults that were there for a kickball tournament. So apparently, people still play games, still play sports, which is great. Um, but the game is the fun thing, right? That's the practice is like, oh, I got to do this. At least to me, I hated going to football practice and those practices, because it was just drilling. It's just not fun. And part of it was, I think, that was just put on it, even though there's no difference between a practice and a game, really. It's other than you're playing other people and somebody's keeping score. But you can keep score at practice, just like you can keep score with this practice, which I like to call an enjoyment. But if you want to impress people, you can say it's a meditation as well. Although I don't like to use the term meditation much anymore, because meditation feels like something I'm supposed to do, whereas enjoyment sounds like something I get to do. So what is it? It's very simple. And uh, I talk about this in my book. I've done all sorts of teaching. So if you really want to know the how, the why, you can find it I could teach it to you some other time, but for now, I just want to give you the tool. It's simple, it's powerful. Basically, on an inhale, you're going to inhale and say, I love myself. Then on exhale, you just say in your mind, I accept myself. And it's not if, but when your mind wanders, because that's what your mind is designed to do. It's designed to be paying attention to everything around you to let you know if there's anything like important, either for safety or for your enjoyment. But most of the time, it's going to bring you complete garbage, like that U2 concert ad as total garbage. To me, I don't know. I'm not a big U2 fan. It's probably to somebody else, like, oh my gosh, now I know. Fantastic. Um, and so your awareness is going to go all over the place, right? It's going to try to steal your attention. But then mindfulness, you're going to go, that's not really that important. What's important is, and you inhale, I love myself, and you exhale, I accept myself. And so it's just that going back and forth. And as you go back and forth as a structure, as a intentional practice, enjoyment, meditation, then in regular life, it'll start to become much easier when it's like, your phone vibrates, and it's like, oh, that could be a notification that somebody's got a fun message for me, but you're sitting across from, the love of your life. And you go, yeah, no, loving the love of my life is more important. I'm going to ignore that buzz of the phone. Wouldn't that be great? So we'll just do like a few rounds right now, and you can do this eyes open, eyes closed. And again, this can all be done in your mind. So I'll do this while I'm driving. You could even do this like quickly in a meeting. Just these little opportunities to like practice, you know, taking back your attention, because it's your attention, and that's the most valuable thing you have, because wherever you put it towards, you can improve, make better, and have more of in your life. So just simply, go along with me. So inhaling, I love myself. Exhaling, I accept myself. Inhaling, I love myself. Exhaling, I accept myself. Inhaling, I love myself. Exhaling, I accept myself. You just continue that on the inhale, I love myself. Exhaling, I accept myself. And whenever the mind wanders, and then you notice it, just on the next inhale, I love myself. My mind's just doing what it's supposed to do. And then on the exhale, I accept myself for being a human being. And inhaling, I love myself for taking back the ownership of attention. And that simple little practice, just throughout your day or 2 minutes in a structured amount of time, if you do that over a few weeks, some magical things are going to happen. So would love, come back to me and follow me on social media, Justin Wink, Ph.D. Let me know maybe how that works, because we're about to go to the exclusive one-on-one hot seat coaching. So already got people in the rooms waiting. If you would like to be in the closed door session, then you're going to want to go to justinwink.com/ideallifex for Ideal Life Accelerator, and you're going to want to sign up. So I only have 5 of those spots every week. I'm doing this the first, second, and third Wednesday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, till the end of the year. And you're like, well, so what are you doing the fourth Wednesday, Justin? Well, I'm so glad you asked. I will be doing a masterclass, so a little bit longer form, go 30, 40 minutes. So, and it's called it's called Unlocking Your Ideal Life 10x Faster and Easier. So you'll have something very tangible to walk away with after that 30 to 40 minutes with me. You're going to go like, oh my gosh, now I have something that I know is going to bring my ideal life to me right now. And you might be asking, what exactly is my ideal life? And that might be just one of the things that I help you answer. So look forward to that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Do remember to like, comment, subscribe. It does help get this out to more people so they can have an ideal life. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm putting this out. It's because I want to be in a world with people doing amazing, kick-ass, fantastic things and enjoying their life. It just makes my life even more better. So, and more better, I think, is proper grammar. I'm sure ChatGPT would agree with me if I told it to agree with me. So with that, thank you so much, and see you all next week. Remember to sign up. All right, take care, and I'm going to figure out how to get out of here.